Hello everyone! Unsuccessful construction projects are unfortunately all too common. Today, you'll witness some of the biggest design flaws and mistakes in construction, and more importantly, the consequences they led to. Ready for a crash course in safety? Then let's get it on. Arts Pedregal is a large shopping and entertainment complex located in Mexico City, which opened in 2017. Despite its high construction standards and relatively short time in operation, part of the building collapsed in 2018. Fortunately, there were no casualties. Investigations revealed that the collapse was caused by structural issues, possibly due to flaws in the design or construction, as well as improper use of building materials. In Bihar, India, an unfinished 4-lane bridge across the Ganges River collapsed for the second time. After the first incident, experts cited two main causes: a weakened cable and poor quality materials. Not long before the latest collapse, part of the bridge was damaged by a storm and seemingly not properly fixed. How will people feel about using the bridge once it's completed, given its bad reputation is already causing panic among locals during construction? In February 2017, a major incident occurred at the Oroville Dam, one of the most severe in US history. Heavy rainfall caused the water level in Lake Oroville to rise dramatically, putting immense pressure on the dam. This led to damage in the spillway, where cracks began to appear. Ultimately, the structure simply couldn't handle the stress. Nearly 200,000 people living downstream had to be evacuated, making it the largest evacuation in US history. Soon after, specialists began working on restoring the damaged areas, reinforcing the initially poorly designed drainage system and strengthening the dam. While there were no casualties, the incident served as a stark reminder of the critical need for ongoing monitoring of infrastructure to prevent potential disasters. On August 3, 2015, in the Dutch city of Alphen aan den Rijn, two construction cranes that were working on a bridge restoration collapsed. To the shock of onlookers, they fell right onto nearby residential homes and shops. Unfortunately, no one was hurt. Instead of simply collapsing and falling straight down, the silo tower tilted, causing much more damage than anticipated. You can feel the tension, even through the screen. A single misstep can lead to catastrophic consequences, requiring multiple bulldozers to clean up the mess. This was the case in North Carolina, where bulldozers were used to free a crane from the debris and assist in completing the project. On June 8, 2019, a dramatic incident took place at the Chinese city of Nanning, when a highway collapsed. Just before the collapse, large cracks appeared on the road, signaling the impending disaster. Fortunately, the construction workers noticed them in time, managed to evacuate the site, and close the road to traffic. In 2013, a multi-level parking garage in Manhattan collapsed, causing damage to several vehicles both inside and in the outdoor parking area, as well as destroying part of the building's structure. Thankfully, no one was inside at the time, and there were no casualties. Events like this serve as a stark reminder of the importance of safety standards and the need to carefully check deteriorating or outdated buildings. The moment when engineering calculations failed, leaving part of a building standing in Dallas, Texas, serves as a stark reminder of the importance of analyzing every mistake thoroughly and making necessary improvements. A major incident in Xi'an, northern China, left everyone with a hefty price to pay. The wall of a derelict factory crumbled, causing damage to 17 vehicles, among them a luxurious Rolls-Royce Ghost. All the luxury cars belonged to a car rental service and a used car dealership located on the premises of the old factory. The total damage exceeded $400,000, and none of it was insured.
整面墙都砸到了车身上，还好我们车里面没坐人。
It's hard to imagine what kind of disaster could have happened if those guys hadn't been quick enough to escape. The bridge demolition almost ended in tragedy. Thankfully, everything turned out okay. In August 2014, a catastrophic failure occurred at Mount Polley Mine in Canada when the tailings dam collapsed. Over 10 million cubic meters of water mixed with chemical waste spilled into nearby rivers and lakes, causing a severe environmental disaster. The reasons for the dam's collapse are tragically simple. Experts linked it to insufficient structural strength and design flaws. Even today, the aftermath of the incident has not been fully resolved. In December 2020, an impressive event took place in China, grabbing widespread media attention. In the southern city of Shenzhen, 15 high-rise buildings were demolished in a record-breaking 45 seconds. The Stunning footage of the event came from a meticulously planned operation that used 3 tons of explosives, allowing the building to be brought down quickly and safely, without causing significant damage to nearby structures. These guys were lucky. They got off with just a scare. The collapse of the bridge in Dresden on September the 11th, 2024 is quite striking. In the footage, a section of the historic Karola Brücke plunges straight into the Elbe River. Built in the late 19th century, this bridge is a vital transport route for the city, so restoration work is expected to begin in the coming months. The first 2 attempts failed because of errors in the demolition process, but the third one finally succeeded. The decision to demolish the structure was made after a court battle. It seems that the office building renovation after the fire wasn't as perfect as expected. The builders clearly forgot that a good renovation isn't just about pouring concrete, but also ensuring it stays where it should. Demolishing a building is a task that requires careful planning and precise calculations. This video highlights what can happen when things go wrong. Clearly, parking a car just a few steps away from the demolition of a smokestack wasn't the best idea. In April 2024, Taiwan was struck by the most powerful earthquake in 25 years. One of the hardest hit structures was the 9-story Uranus building in Hualien City. After the quake, it tilted a full 45 degrees, partially collapsing and posing a serious risk of falling. Once everyone was urgently evacuated, experts got to work on its demolition, which took almost 2 weeks to complete. In 2023, a sewage pipe burst along the orange line of the subway in Sao Paulo, Brazil, flooding the tunnels. 2 reports presented to the authorities, one from the construction company and the other from the Institute for Technological Research, offer differing conclusions, pointing to potential issues with the water supply or construction mistakes.
Не заходит, ни Сказал же на камрюху ронять. Вообще баня, мужики. Купили тачку.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire!
On July the 26th, 2023, a construction crane on 10th Avenue in New York City caught fire and partially collapsed. The fire is believed to have started when hydraulic fluid spilled onto hot metal. The crane operator attempted to extinguish the flames, but was unsuccessful and evacuated the crane. Miraculously, no one was seriously injured in the incident. Vordingborg, Denmark, April the 6th, 2018. A massive silo tower over 50 meters tall was supposed to fall in one direction, but ended up crashing the other way, taking out part of a neighboring library. A vivid reminder of why double-checking is so important.
Kan det ske? Det er mig, der har lavet den sprække om i igen. Det forstår jeg ikke, har gjort det.
Так, это из Москвы. Нормально.
The Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico, famous for its contributions to radio astronomy, ceased operations in December 2020 after its 305-meter diameter reflector dish collapsed. Just look at this massive crack in the structure. On October the 12th, 2019, a major event took place in New Orleans that drew a lot of attention. Right in the heart of the city, part of the construction site for a new 18-story Hard Rock hotel collapsed. Investigations pointed to design or construction errors, as well as a failure to follow safety standards and building regulations. The builders had not properly accounted for the weight load on the structures, which ultimately led to the collapse. Some demolition problems aren't caused by unpredictable destruction. On the contrary, sometimes it's the complete absence of destruction, despite a fair amount of explosives.
Uh-oh. That worked.
On June 10th, 2024, a powerful landslide struck Wyoming, causing a major section of the highway on Teton Pass to collapse. Drone footage and aerial photos revealed deep cracks in the road, with some sections of the guardrail left dangling in midair. When demolishing buildings, especially tall ones, many factors need to be taken into account, from the structural stability to the proximity of other nearby objects. This video reminds us just how unpredictable demolition operations can be, no matter how carefully the fall direction was planned.
That barn did fall down, go boom, huh?
Demolishing steel-framed buildings is a real engineering challenge. These structures are typically super sturdy, which makes demolition particularly tough. A steel frame was the backbone of the 17-story residential building Glencairn Tower in Motherwell, Scotland. Back in 2011, it was decided to demolish it due to the building's age and condition. It took about 100 kilos of explosives to get the job done. That's how Glencairn Tower became the first steel-framed building in the country, and possibly in the world, to be brought down with a controlled explosion.
Just like that.
Oh my god! I'm so cool!
¡Quita! ¡Corra! ¡Ay, gran gonorrea! ¡Ay, Señor bendito! ¡Ay, Dios mío! ¡Ay, Padre celestial! ¡Ay, gonorrea! ¡Ay, gonorrea como de vino! ¡Dios mío, bendito Señor! ¡Ay, Padre celestial! ¡Ay, Dios mío! Gracias a Dios quitamos ya el fuego.
These shots show what can happen when even one of the most effective measures against landslides fails to withstand natural forces. The ground starts shifting right during the installation of a retaining wall designed to prevent landslides. It's likely that the installation process triggered the already unstable slope. A bridge collapse in Chita, Russia was caught on video. Traffic had already been blocked on the bridge at the time of the incident, as the supports had started to erode. The aftermath of building collapses is pretty striking. It's got that post-apocalyptic vibe.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Isn't that?
Is that all his stuff, Chris?
That's all of his stuff.
On July the 8th, 2020, a 20-meter construction crane collapsed onto residential buildings in Bow, East London. Emergency crews, including firefighters and rescuers, worked at the scene to help the victims and secure the area.
ट्रेन चले गए क्या?
नरेंद्र आया कहाँ?
जानबूझ के नहीं आया क्यों? सीलिंग देख लिया बोला लौड़े आपको काम था।
नहीं, नरेंद्र के साथ कुछ हुआ है।